So that video, I'm sorry, was really long, but I still have a ton of gear to go through. That was just my clothing. So Tinkerbell, for me, this is the most important piece of gear. I do not pull down my pants. I do not pee in front of people. Yeah, no, not me. This is just the best thing ever. It's super long, not super long, but it's long. You're not gonna pee on yourself. And it comes pop like this in your little case. And then you basically, I spread this out because it just doesn't spread out enough. You can hold on to it. So you slip it in the front of, it works really well for jeans. So if you're going on a road trip, like you can literally just sit and pee outside your car door on the side of the road. And it's super easy. It just slides right in. It's a little hard with the yoga pants while you're trying to carry your backpack and not undo anything, which kind of sucks, but it can be done. I've done it a lot, so I don't depack. I just pee and go. And then I just and put it away. Urine is sterile. It's just, I used to wipe these all out with baby wipes. In fact, I still have a paper towel of baby wipes, and what I will do when we're actually camping is I pull all of these out and I stick them in here, and then as I use them, I'll stick them back in here because I have to pack them out. To upgrade from these, I now have a Kula cloth, and I just got this in the mail. This is basically just a pee rag that you can just wipe yourself with, and it hangs on the outside of your pack so it dries as you go. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like undo it with my hands full. So this is what it looks like. It has a reflective strip in case you lose it in the middle of the night in your tent and you're looking around, and if you see something reflective, that's it. This is actually going to, it fits basically right into this. So I'm going to tuck it in there to keep it with this, and then I will just use it as such. I will, and dry and good. So when you're ready to put it away, you can just fold it. They don't recommend leaving it like this if you're not camping for an extended period of time or not using it, because it will wear this little piece here. But that was kind of my whole piece system, just baby wipes and this Tinkerbell. And it comes in this case so no one knows what it is. It hooks on, it comes with this little hook right here, and I added a carabiner, and it hangs on the back of my pack and no one knows what it is. It's nice. This cloth also can hang on the back of your pack and no one will know what it is. Well, women will know what it is if they use it. But, you know, I can hook these together and be like, hey, babe, can you grab my, because I always keep it on the back of my pack. Hey, can you grab me my pee stick? And they just give me my pee stick, and there we go. So, very important. And then, water bladder. I don't know that I'm going to stay with the water bladder. I tried it out. My husband I got him a platypus for Christmas. I don't like the platypus only because I couldn't get water out. It's weird. But anyway, I have a Walmart one, just this outdoor, it's a 3 liter. There's things I like about this one and things I like about that one and things I don't about both. But if you're just starting out, like, Walmart's fine. The thing I don't like about this one is this. If it was the top up here, it would be great, but it's not. So that's about the only beef I have with it, honestly. I like that it screws into the bottom and the hose, comes up and in through the backpack. What I really like about this one is while this is in my backpack, the part that I suck on to squeeze has a open and close. So you pull it, you squeeze it with your mouth, and you can drink. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I can take that and manually squeeze and get water out where my husband can't. He has to actually pull his plug off if he wants to get water, like if we're using it for cooking or what have you. I also can reach my hand in here and clean and wipe all of this. With the platypus, there's a divider, and it's hard for me to get my hand up and around the 2 pieces because it basically is right here, and it divides the whole thing. I don't know, it just has this piece of plastic. I don't like it. So there's advantages to either, but I don't like that I can't see how much water I have, and I always drink less because I don't know how much water I have. And I think I would rather carry bottles of water and just know, hey, I'm on my 3rd bottle or 4th bottle. We usually carry a gallon with us when we go places that don't have water. So we'll carry one of these, which is 3 liters, and then at least 1 water bottle with us. It just depends. So I don't know that I'll stay with a water bladder. It's kind of your own preference on what you think. So it'll be up to you. But it's perfectly fine to use a Walmart one. They're fine. Sit pad. Everybody uses these weird, I don't know, folding, zigzaggy things. And it was one more thing we had to buy. And the thing that we bought ended up being just fine, and it's $5. And I don't think it's dramatically that much more weight. And what I use is one of these. It's from Dick's Sporting Goods, and it is made for like bleachers. And this will roll up if you want to into this little, you know, or what I do is I just actually thread my pack, one of my loops through here, and click it, and it hangs on the outside of my pack. It's waterproof. It doesn't really absorb too much. It might through the side, but it doesn't through this part right here. So for now, this is what we're using. We like it okay. I'm sure we'll find something later when we just have money magically laying around. And we've dialed in the rest of our gear because that is unimportant. Hat, Under Armour hat. I like these because they're soft and they're flexible. I always bring a hat. So, pillow. I need pillows when I sleep. I sleep with 2 pillows at home. They are both down pillows or synthetic, like down-like pillows. And, good Lord. And so I was trying to find a sleep system that worked for me pillow-wise, and I couldn't find anything. So I actually had found a down pillow at Goodwill, and I had cut it and shoved it, fluffed it down to a piece that would fit in my sleeping bag, because it has a pocket for you to put a pillow in. And I would carry this heavy pillow that was probably like 2 to 3 pounds, and I got a great night's sleep. If I throw this on top of it, it's soft, it's fluffy, it's down, like it's just good. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. So this year we went looking, and this was expensive, and so I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to even buy it. But we actually got the Nemo fillo, which goes in the sleeping bag, but they have 2 of them. So this is like the ultralight, and it's so small, like I can hold it in my hand. This pillow is comfortable. I really like it. I was shocked. It's called the Fillo Elite. It's like $44. $44, guys. Like, so what I like about it is this bag is actually on the pillow. You're never going to lose it. I lose everything. The pillow itself is a nice soft material. And on the other side is like a cooler, like, it's still a material, but like if it's a hot summer day and you just like stick in and like you don't want something warm, like this is a good side. My only beef with it is this valve. It has to be pushed down and twisted to close. The problem with that is when you're blowing into this pillow, you can hang on to this all you want. It does not, you can't, I haven't found a good way to blow it up where it's expanded and push this down and turn it at the same time. So right now I'm like, I look weird. I'm like shoving this pillow at my face and trying to twist the valve with my mouth and my teeth to get it to at least turn to close or push down and close. I'm just not a fan of it. I think it would have been better to maybe be the opposite, like push down, and then as it fills up, your mouth would gradually, the pillow would go away and it would just close it off. But it's still a really good pillow and I love it. And it's the perfect size that if I put this on top, it's the height of my pillows at home. So let's hope I never need to sleep in this. And like I said, it folds down into that little tiny thing. I usually just leave it out of that, and I just put it in my sleeping bag. And even with my compression sack for that sleeping bag, it all goes in this bag, so I know exactly where it is. So that is that. Sleeping pad. Amazon. If you're not going to be sleeping cold camping, and even if you are and you want to use one of those other, like a thinner pad, like a yoga mat type of pad, you don't need a super duper R-rated pad. Amazon has the sleeping pad, and it has been tested out with other hikers. We really like it. It's just not quite wide enough for us, but it's definitely worth the money. It has a repair kit, it has a lifetime warranty, and it is this sleep and go. The pad itself blows up in like 10 breaths. It's comfortable. I'm a side sleeper. I have to put in a little extra air, but I weigh more than I should. Okay? Not a thin girl. And I have not had any issues with hitting the bottom with this pad. Now, if I'm sitting on it by myself, then yes, like if I'm just sitting. But when I'm laying down, I've never touched the bottom of the tent. So it's about this wide, and it has like little X type of, if you're looking at sleeping bags, you'll know what I'm talking about. Instead of the lines, it has little X's. We love it. We both love it. It's not very loud. You can hear it, but so can you on everything else. It is R-rated at a 2, so it does have some sort of insulating value versus pads that don't. And it was so cheap with a lifetime warranty that we could not get this pad. So that's what we use, is this one. I'm gonna try to go faster. Oh my gosh. Camp shoes. I use, these are fitkicks. They're like water shoes. That's what I use. I have a carabiner. I hook it onto the back of them. And that's what when I get to camp, I kick off my shoes. I put these on, good to go. I can walk through water with these or whatever I need to. Rain gear, right now we just have ponchos from our camping kit. We try not to go when it's raining. I know it seems like we're just defeating the whole purpose of whatever, but we don't like rain. Sorry, we don't like being wet and whatever. The reason why we stuck with these ponchos is because they're big enough that we can actually fit them over our pack, because we don't have the rain hood or fly or whatever for our backpacks, because that's like $100 and whatever. We'll go with that instead. I do have a bandana that I use for just everything. Like, not a pee rag. I have one for those now. But people do use these for pee rags. So you can, maybe 2 different colors, you know, a darker color for the pee rag and maybe a lighter color for camping cooking. So this is like my hot pad. This is my little tablecloth. This can double as hair bandana type of thing. I don't use a buff. This, if I needed something, I'd either wear my hat or I'd wear this. That's what, it really is multi-purpose. The stove that we ended up going, we have fuel. We like this MSR fuel, but you know, that's just us. The cook set that we ended up getting, sorry, I'm taking off the cozy. We went to Walmart. We got these Ozark Trail long-handled spoons. Get long-handled. I don't care if you get a spork. I don't care if you get a spoon. Get something that's long-handled, because you're going to want to try backpacking meals eventually, and it's just nicer to have these long-handled spoons. Plus, these guys have not broken yet, and believe me, they've been in a lot of weird situations in my pack. So we went with the Sea to Summit. This is a 2-person cook set, and I really do like it, but we've traded it in. So this is what we will take when we go regular camping with our friends. This will be added to our car camping kit instead of having something separate. So what we like about this is the handle comes out, it snaps together to hold it together. It has a rubber stopper on the top, and it has this little thingy right here, which I just found out is so that it can sit like that. Hello. Why they don't have it in instructions, I don't know, but we really like it. It's very lightweight, it's titanium. Inside, it comes with 2 lids and 2 different colored cups. with cozies on them, which is why we're dropping this, because this is just a lot of stuff we don't need. The cups hold just over 8 ounces, so just maybe like a cup and a half. And then the lids go on and it keeps it hot for a really long time. Then inside that, there are bowls. So this bowl is slightly bigger than this one, but all of these colors are mine and all of these are my husband's. And then the cook pot has markings. It actually holds like 1.5 liters. So your 2-cup marking is like right here. So, I mean, if you're doing 2 people, yeah, sure, you know, it's really good. But if you're just by yourself or you don't really need something this big, like we don't need bowls. We actually don't need the cups, but we bought it. It was like maybe, I'm sorry, my leg's falling asleep. It was like maybe $50, I think, for this. And if you decided not to bring the cups or what have you, then fuel does fit in this. Okay, but we don't, the only thing we usually keep in it, which is not anymore because we're trading it in, is our little stove, I guess. This we got off of Amazon. It was just the cheapest one. It was like $15. It has not gone wrong at all. I love this thing. It's little, it's tiny, it's light. And basically this little thing hooks. So you unhook this and this is your turner. And then there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, like this little bracket. And this just spreads around. And then these flip open, you have an ignition start, and you screw it onto your bottle and you go. It's really cool, it's really light, it was really cheap, and we really love it. It was just like I think it started with an I, the company, I don't know, it's small, but this is what we use along with this as our little stove. What we have upgraded, instead of bringing all of this, we've taken it from the ultralight backpackers to just go get a titanium cup. I don't know that I'll bring this because that's just extra weight that I don't need. We ended up getting this off of Amazon. It's called the Atiap. I don't know. It was the cheapest one, and it was like, I think it was $27, and the handles fold out to here. This is a 750 milliliter cup. The 2-cup marking is right here, so it gives you enough that you can add in something to it. It has a lid, has a little, the only thing I don't like is this isn't rubber and this isn't rubber. If it had a rubber coating on these, it would be sweet because this stuff will get hot, but that's why I guess I have my bandana. So this actually moves to one side and then it won't tip over, and then you can push it back and then it will fall back over. The lid comes off, it has some air holes so you can see when the steam's coming out, and it's just a basic cup. I've been using it the last couple days, trying out new backpacking meals, and I really love it. The 750 of this brand will hold the MSR, well, this says like the gross weight is 211. So one of the small cans of MSR fit exactly in there. And then that fits there. So I might have to bring, because obviously it's not going to fit the lid, but it's nice that this all fits together. If I put the lid on and I slip it back in here, everything is contained in our stove bag then. And this will help hold the lid on because it, you know, does one of those. So everything we need, and my husband can carry another one of these with an extra fuel can, and then we'll have 2 sets of fuel. And this right here, both of those together weigh less than this. So I would much rather carry 2 cups and we can just eat and then make, you know, something to drink afterwards. I never drink while I eat, so that's that. And then the only other stuff that I carry is just my like ditty bag stuff. So this was everything that was in the holsters, I guess the I don't know, like the fanny pack pockets in my Aurora. When I switched to the Asia, I just stuck it all in this little bag. And this is like bug off. If we usually spray before we go, but if the mosquitoes aren't bad, then all of a sudden they become bad. Like we have some of these just sitting here. My bear cord's in here, sunscreen, my pocket knife, hand sanitizer is in this. And then I have an electronics bag, and I have a headlamp in here that we have gotten away from. This headlamp sucks. Don't buy it. It was on Amazon. It's lightweight, but it sucks. It just, I don't even know the brand of it, but it looks like this. It has 2 buttons on it. It doesn't stay on. Even my husband's one, we have charged it fully. It'll be on, then it shuts off. So I'll be like in the middle of the night trying to go pee. All of a sudden my headlamp goes out, and like, there I am in the middle of the woods. We have switched this out for just one headlamp because we don't need 2. We just need 1. This night core that people are using for ultralight backpacking, he will probably keep the strap on just because we don't really care about weight like they do, but we just need 1, and we've heard excellent reviews on this. We also got this on Amazon for like $35, so I would get this one in particular if you're gonna do it. It does have a red light button and then a regular on button, and it is super bright. It's like, it's a lot of lumens. I don't remember how much I think this says. And it tips down, so it's gonna be a way better upgrade. Just don't waste your money on that other stuff and get the night core. Electronics, I'm sorry. So then I have cords for obviously my, I have a Fitbit watch, and I have one for my battery pack to charge it to a wall charger or a laptop. And all of that kind of stuff. And then I have headphones, and I'm going to be ditching these headphones because they're just too heavy, and I don't really use headphones at all, so I'm just going to like get rid of the whole thing together. So it basically just has my battery pack and the headlamp and chargers for my phone. And I guess that. So this is my first aid kit. This is the one that I use. My husband doesn't carry a first aid kit. I have to have certain things in there for me, and it's just, I'll kind of go through like things that I have to have. So I use the Nixit disc for my periods, and I also carry one of these, which is just like a washable period pad. So in case the Nixit doesn't work, or it doesn't want to stay where it needs to stay, or I don't have it with me because I was like, oh, well, that was supposed to be a couple days still. I always keep one of these. That way I can have it at least on trail, and it'll get me through an entire day. So I have to be on thyroid pills. We actually have some electrolytes. We do not like this brand. None of the flavors are good. They all suck. So don't get it. But we have it, and so I can't help it. Right now we're using Propel instead. I have a gallbladder issue, so I have to be on like bile. I have one contact. I hike, and I basically keep contacts in all year or all month long, and then I switch them out at the end of the month. So I don't take them out every night. Unless they're really bothering me, then I'll wash them out. And I do have some sort of, well, I guess I took it out. I did have contact solution. I don't know why it's not in here, but it's not. I had contact solution, but I always carry at least one extra contact, because if something happens where I have to take out both my contacts, I cannot see well. I cannot see far away at all. And one contact will get me at least in somewhere where I can go get some more contacts. So have at least one. And I watch the expiration date on these too, and I kind of swap them out. It's an Excedrin bottle. I have some Excedrin in here, but mostly it's ibuprofen. And yes, I could probably lose the weight with the bottle and blah, blah, blah. I have anti-diarrheal, which is a staple that you should always have with you. This is the repair kit for my sleeping pad. I have a safety pin that I can use. My husband carries the lighter, a lighter for us, so we can always sterilize that if we need to. We have the tick twister It has 2 different sizes, so we carry that for ticks. We basically went through, this is how we did our first aid kit, so kind of an FYI. In your first aid kit in your car, which you should always have one in your car, things go bad. And so what we did was we bought a brand new one, and then we took all the old stuff that wasn't expired, and that is our backpacking kit. See? So it has like little packs of gauze, and you can go online and you can buy extra stuff like the wipe, the antiseptic wipes and the Neosporin, all that expires. You can just go on Amazon and buy those separately. These are antiseptic quick clean wipes. We have Q-tips. I don't know why, but they're there. My husband is a freak of nature about doing that. We have butterfly strips in case we get a big gash. We can kind of butterfly it closed versus just a normal type of Band-Aid. We have some tape to hold all this other stuff together. We have bigger Band-Aids for if we get like any kind of blisters like on the back of our heel if we need to put it on there for our shoes or whatever. And then we have like 4 or 5 cough drops in case we start getting a sore throat. And then we also have like big, like huge bandages. Like these are huge, like just, I had to wrap the whole side of my foot one day in a bandage because I got new shoes, and yeah, they just, I was breaking them in on an 8-mile trail. Didn't quite work. For shoes, right now, last year I used the Xero shoes Mesa Trail because I like barefoot shoes. Those are the most comfortable shoes ever. The problem is your feet have to get used to hiking in them, and it wears your feet. I'm like, they're just tired. So this year I decided to try the Altras Lone Peak 5s. Not a fan. I'm wearing them because they were $130 and I just can't afford to get another pair of shoes. But other than that, I would so totally stick with Xero shoes. They're fine. Oh, sorry, because I do have another bag. They're okay. They just don't fit my feet because I'm used to barefoot shoes, and they're more like zero drop normal shoes. And I just can't be in normal shoes anymore. They have a super wide toe box, which I really like, and I got the wides. So they are definitely way wider than the Xero shoes, but the Xero shoes just fit like a glove on my feet. I just wish that they had a little more padding. So the other bag, which is why I was like, where's this other bag? I know I'm like really running long, so it'll be quick. Toothbrush, toothpaste, earplugs. My husband is a freaking snorer like you wouldn't believe. Yes, I carry deodorant. If I'm going on a long hike, I take it out of my bag. Contact solution. It will always stay with me. Well, hi, baby. I have more baby wipes for like cleaning myself. And I do have Castile soap, which if I'm going on a long hike, again, I probably wouldn't bring this because it's just added weight. I have lotion with duct tape wrapped around, and then I have Glide floss because you can use it as like string. So that's what I bring in my bag. And yes, there's things I can get rid of, but this kind of gives you an idea of what list a newbie can carry, might want to carry in the bag. And that's kind of what we started out with. Thanks for sticking with the video. I'm sorry this was an exhaustive newbie gear list, but it kind of gives you an idea of, you know, you can go to Walmart and you can get by because we're getting by just fine. Like I said, my base weight on a normal summery hike is like 19 pounds. So it'll be less now with this new backpack. And that's still light backpacking. So, you know, just use what you have. And it took us a whole year to actually get everything we needed. We do have a tent my husband carries. We were using the, it was an REI brand for $79. And I'll do another video on those 2 tents and what we like and what we don't like about it. Right now, we bought a big Agnes Tiger Wall UL3. Cha-ching! So, but the $79 tent is an awesome tent. It will fit 2 people, but it was the groundbreaker, the REI groundbreaker tent. It's a really good tent to start out with. It just doesn't have vestibules and it doesn't have a lot of room for your bags. So we had to put the bags at our feet and like sleep with them like that. And we didn't like that, or we would just keep them outside and tie them to a tree. But just kind of letting you know that, you know, it's a really good tent. And we'll show you kind of what it looks like. It's very small and lightweight, but it is heavier than the big Agnes UL 3. So we just got that one in yesterday and we're gonna set it up today. So maybe I'll do another video later today and pop it up for you guys on these tents. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sticking through part 1 and 2 of this newbie gear that, I don't know, it's probably not what other people would carry, but it works for us and it'll probably work for you too. So thanks so much for watching. Get out and go hike. Blessings.